Hey guys, what's up? Monsters Review here. Welcome to Cartoon Fridays number 59. And man, has it been an exhausting week. I am horribly exhausted, very tired. There's been a couple nights this week where I've gotten no more than 3 hours of sleep a night. Just been really stressed out and exhausted, but these things happen. Um, but hopefully I have more free time. Um, and hopefully I'm a little bit less occupied. But yeah, how's everyone doing? How's everybody's week? How's everybody doing? Any plans for the weekend? How's everybody doing? Good? Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I've been busy. Like I said, I'm hoping for time to clear up. And I know I promised that Under Fist review. It was supposed to go up on Halloween, but there was then I had a switch up and I was planning out something else for Halloween and then that didn't work out. So I'll upload the Under Fist review this Monday instead. Um, so yeah, sorry about the total lack of consistency and the horrible planning on my end. I've just been horribly busy. Sure, some of you have those times. So hi Christopher Klontz. Hi Nick Garad. How's everyone doing? Casual Fan 2236, Polar Jack 77, Dipper 723, Andrew Pollard. How's everyone doing? Cool? Yeah? Alright. Without further ado, I guess we can get into the first news thing today. So, I don't know if this is really news. I feel like at least once every Cartoon Fridays, I usually talk about something and preface it by saying, I don't know if this is news or not, but yeah. Anyway, there's this thing that Adult Swim's been doing called Rick and Morty the non-canonical. I think that's how you pronounce it. Non-canonical adventures. And basically they're these really cool 20-30 second shorts that are claymation animated, and they feature Rick and Morty, and most of them, if not all of them, are parodies of I guess Halloween horror, just kind of like cult movies. Like they did they did a parody of David Cronenberg's The Fly. They did a parody of The Thing. They did a parody of Ex Machina. So yeah, these are really really cool little shorts, and in the article I read about it, they said something along the lines of um they said something along the lines of like Rick and Morty probably isn't going to be on until around March. That's what the rumors are saying. And Mr. Poopy Butthole in the season 2 finale was right when he was like, yeah, it's probably not going to be for another year and a half. That was probably a realistic time for when Rick and Morty is returning. So, I mean, I guess these are little cool things to keep us entertained in the meantime, even though they're small little 20-second shorts. But honestly, I can't wait for season 3. I can't wait to see, uh, where things pick up. There's a lot of questions that I want answered, and Rick and Morty is great. Rick and Morty is one of my favorite shows on TV right now, and I can't wait to see more adventures and stuff like that. A lot of people were talking too when they saw that Adult Swim released this. They were like, "Hey, is Rick and Morty going to do like a claymation episode like Adventure Time did? Are they gonna branch this out?" I don't think they are. I just think that this is like a promotion, or I don't know. Most of these are just ad spots, and they have like Adult Swim's logo at the end of it. So um, I really don't think that these are. I don't think these are going to like make up a Rick and Morty episode. I just think that these are small promotional little, I guess seasonal parodies, since it's around Halloween time, and they put out these little um parodies of cult horror movies and stuff like that. So yeah. Next up, We Bare Bears. Honestly, it's one of my favorite shows on Cartoon Network at the moment. Not really sure if that's saying much, but I do like We Bare Bears, and thankfully it got renewed for a third season on Cartoon Network. A lot of people have been very confused because Cartoon Network's just it's been interesting recently. Um, they announced that they're ending regular show. They announced that they're ending uh Adventure Time. Gumball will possibly end. Nobody knows. Uh, and sorry, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart. Uncle Grandpa is supposedly ending too. So that means with all those out of the way, I mean, Adventure Time isn't ending till 2018. Regular show is probably going to stop airing sometime later next year. Uh, and Gumball's probably going to be on for a couple more years. So I don't think that it's happening anytime soon. But eventually, those shows from this relatively new 2010s era of Cartoon Network are going to be gone. So there's going to need to be shows that are going to have to fill the very large shoes that were left by regular show and Adventure Time and Gumball. And so far, it seems like Cartoon Network's put out some shows like Steven Universe. Nobody knows how long that's going on for. A lot of people are saying, is it going to end? I don't know. A lot of people are saying, why is it always on hiatus? Is it going to end? I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, but you never know. Rebecca Sugar might just be like, she might pull an Alex Hirsch and be like, you know what? I don't know if I want the show to go on for much longer. I want to end it on a good note. I don't know. Anyway, so Mighty Magnetosaurus just came out, and a lot of people are mixed on that. I really don't know how I feel about it. I'm not really a fan of the concept, to be honest. It just seems, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that should have been made into a full series, in my opinion. Like, there's some things that I think are kind of cool about it, like the fact that Aaron Hansen, aka Ego Raptor, he does one of the voices on the show, but I don't really think the show itself is worthy of being like a full-length show. Like, maybe it would have been, like, I thought it was cool as like a little short series in the Cartoon Network app, but I don't know if it was the right type of show that they could have brought to TV. Like, I thought a way more deserving show of that would have been Lakewood Plaza Turbo or OKKO. And speaking of which, Cartoon Network also just released a couple pilots. I think one of them was called like Victor and Valentino. It's very it's like Hispanic based. And they released a bunch of other ones as well. So it looks like they are trying to fill these shoes that are going to be left open once these shows leave. And I don't know. I think We Bare Bears might do a good job of filling the shoes. I mean, I don't think We Bare Bears is that special. I don't think it's anything remarkable, but I do think it's a pretty decent show. So yeah, I'm excited that it got renewed for a season 3. I also think it's very overlooked. A lot of people don't really talk about We Bare Bears. They don't really care about We Bare Bears from what I've seen. Most people are just kind of concerned about Steven Universe and regular show, which is understandable because those shows are great. But I mean, I think We Bare Bears isn't anything that special, but I do think that it should deserve a little bit more attention than what it's been getting. Because there really are some great episodes that they've put out, really good character episodes, and it's a nice show. A lot of the stuff you see there's on Cartoon Network nowadays, constant fast tempo music, energy, very very energetic stuff, and like you can never really take a break and take a second to breathe. And this is all this show is. It's very calm, it's very relaxed, it's Bay Area, San Francisco. It's just three bears chilling out, living their everyday life. Most of the shows on Cartoon Network are slice of lives with usually some sort of like fantasy or adventure element added into them, which is like Adventure Time or Steven Universe. But this one's just three bears trying to fit in, chilling. And there also is the whole side of it with the whole technology inclusion, and but I don't really know how I feel about that. I really do think that this show, hopefully, once all the other shows fade out of Cartoon Network, and if this one's still on, hopefully it'll get a little bit more attention. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's all that popular. So Yeah. Oh, what is my life says We Bear Bears is a little boring to me. Yeah, I can totally understand that. Like I said, um, We Bear Bears is just a very calm, relaxed, you know, and yeah, at moments it does get very dull. Excuse me. I wish that there was just a show on Cartoon Network that was a little bit more of a happy medium, because there's obviously certain shows like Teen Titans Go, where they're just constant nothing but energy the entire 11 minutes of the episode. But then We Bare Bears is, although there might be the occasional, montage or short action sequence, it's mostly just calm and relaxed. And it can get very dull at times. So I kind of wish that there was a show that maybe did a little bit of both. Um, and also, while we're still on the topic of new Cartoon Network shows, it's going to be interesting seeing where we go in terms of reboots, spin-offs, and sequels and that kind of stuff, because we got Ben 10 reboot coming out next year, officially in the United States. And we've got the Powerpuff Girls reboot, which got renewed for a second season like a couple months ago. And somehow one of the episodes in the first season was, or the first season was nominated for an Emmy somehow. I still have no idea how that happened. So, I mean, maybe Cartoon Network will do more reboots. I don't know. Maybe they'll end one of the reboots. I don't know. I really hope that they don't add more reboots, because nobody wants them. I don't know if they are really going to do as many though, because like Ben 10 and Powerpuff Girls were both really standout series in terms of their merchandise. Both of them were on for a very long time. Powerpuff Girls was on from like 1998 till 2004 2005, and then Ben 10, original series was like 2005 to 2008, and then it had series up until like 2014 or 2015. I think it was like 2014, which was when Ben 10 Omniverse ended, and now they're bringing back the reboot. So the only and by the way, I mean, I know I mentioned this a lot, but for those of you that didn't know, pretty much the main and almost sole reason they brought back Ben 10 and the Powerpuff Girls was just simply not for creative reasons. They didn't think that they could retell the story. They didn't think that, I love it when people, if they do want to reimagine something, I'm not against all reboots. If people want to reimagine something and they have a good idea, they say, what if I could take this and put a certain spin on it? What would this show be like if I did this? You know, Creative reboots sometimes and creative reimaginings can be cool sometimes. But these ones are just solely for monetary purposes. The only reason they brought back Ben 10 and Powerpuff Girls was simply because those two were the top two shows in Cartoon Network's history that sold the most merchandise. Ben 10 has sold over $4.5 billion in sales and global retail sales. So the only reason they did bring back those shows was simply for money. So I mean, that sucks, and that's probably why the shows aren't that great. Those shows didn't need to be rebooted, uh, obviously from the quality of the show, you can't really. Uh, Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. The quality of the show isn't that great, and they probably focus more on merchandise than anything else. Um, so yeah, that was a little bit extended, but yeah, We Bare Bears season 3. I'm excited. So for those of you that are Pixar fans, Incredibles 2 or The Incredibles 2 and Toy Story 4 had a switch swap. So Incredibles 2 was supposed to get released in 2019, and Toy Story 4 was supposed to get released in 2018. Is that right? I believe that's right. But they switched around. So now The Incredibles 2 is getting released in June 2018, and Toy Story 4 is getting released in June 2019. Excuse me. Um, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of excited for Toy Story, or excuse me, Incredibles 2, because I did really like the first Incredibles movie. The only thing is, though, I really haven't seen any of the Pixar sequels, with the exceptions of Toy Story 2 and 3 and Cars 2. That was a big mistake. But I still haven't seen Monsters University. I haven't seen Finding Dory, and I believe next year Cars 3 is coming out. I'm definitely not going to see Cars 3. I don't know why they're making that in the first place. But I really don't like this trend that Pixar is starting to follow, because Pixar used to be a huge creative incubator. Like the first 10 years of Pixar were amazing with the work that they were putting out. Just these great original movies. Um, Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Finding Nemo, Wall-E, The Incredibles. Those great Pixar movies from the first 10 years of Pixar. But now that they've established these brands, and they've built these great movies, now that it seems like they're trying to kind of piggyback off of these franchises that they've built, which sucks, because they used to come up with so many great ideas, and they used to be so creative. And I feel like they're losing a lot of that creativity by starting to piggyback off of these, and create franchises out of these movies, and it doesn't seem right. Like, why the hell are they making a Toy Story 4? I thought Toy Story 3 was great. I love Toy Story 3. I actually think I like Toy Story 3 more than Toy Story 2. And oh my god, the last portion of Toy Story 3 was great. I thought it was a great send off. I thought it was great. Couldn't have ended this series a better way. The Toy Story trilogy would have been, such a classic. But I guess that they've done other stuff with Toy Story here and there. Like, I'm pretty sure they've done some like Christmas or holiday specials, or stuff for like ABC Family TV stuff. Pretty sure they made like a short thing called like Toy Shop of Terror or something. But they decided to make a fourth Toy Story movie, which, like I said, is now coming out in 2019, and it's about Woody looking for Bo Peep, who apparently went missing at the beginning of Toy Story 3. I don't really remember that much about Toy Story 3, because it came out over 5 years ago, but I just remember it being very good. I love Toy Story 3. That was a great movie. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to go see Incredibles 2. I don't know if I'm going to see Toy Story 4 in theaters. I might just see that when it comes out on Blu-ray or whatever. Um, but like I said, I hope that Pixar doesn't do too many more of these sequels. It seems like they do have a lot of sequels planned for like the next 5 years or so. So hopefully they kind of stop doing that, and they start to come up with a lot more great original ideas. And yeah, it probably is just a safe cop out. They probably are making a lot of money, because they can take chances. Like with The Good Dinosaur, that didn't really live up to the expectations that Pixar had hoped it would. It still did pretty well from what I remember. I just don't think it did that great. Uh, and that was a risk that they took, but they're obviously going to make money, making a second Incredibles or a fourth Toy Story, because they were huge successes. They were great movies, sold a lot of merchandise, very memorable, very nostalgic, and people know the characters, people know the brand, so they're going to go see the new installments. But I just think that that's kind of that's like a shitty safe cop out. I just wish that they would take more chances, because what they could do is they could make all these sequels, and they could start to lose a lot of their critic support, because usually critics have the back of Pixar. But if they start making all these sequels, they're not going to get as much uh, support from critics. And also, I mean, they might start not making as much money. But when you take risks, there is a lot of potential that you could have some failures. But I think usually when you take risks, especially creatively, and you make something that's very good, usually that tends to be a much more widespread success than something like a safe cop out. Like for example, Incredibles 2 that gets released, it makes a decent amount of money. I feel like if Pixar took a risk and they made a really good creative project that appeals to a lot of people, and it's a really 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 good movie, and they release it, I feel like that would probably do better. I don't know. These are just my observations. Have I seen Inside Out? I have not. You didn't like Toy Story 3? Yeah, I could see why some people didn't like it. Like personally, when I saw it the first time, I really didn't like the Lotso character. I still really don't like the Lotso character, and that wasn't just because he was a bad guy. He just I don't know. I just there was something about Lotso that I really didn't like. Um, and yeah, there were a couple of aspects of Toy Story 3 that I wasn't as fond of, but I still thought it was a great movie. Um, so yeah. And the last thing I wanted to talk about today, it's not really anything that big, but Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'm sure most of you know him. He was the host of the Cosmos reboot a couple years back. He's a popular astrophysicist. He's done a lot of stuff. He was recently in a regular show in Terror Tales of the Park episode 6 or part 6, which is most likely going to be the last Terror Tales of the Park. Which that's crazy that they've done 6 now. That's crazy. Um, so yeah, he was in it. Obviously, as you can see, he was eating spaghetti meatballs. I don't know if I still haven't seen the episode. I only saw a brief clip that Cartoon Network uploaded to their YouTube channel. I don't know if Neil deGrasse Tyson was in the entire segment or if he was just at the ending. I still have to watch Terror Tales of the Park number 6. But yeah, regular show has always been great with celebrity inclusions. They've always had a really good amount of celebrity cameos. I remember Tyler the Creator was in like the rap battle episode. That was really cool. Um, so yeah, they've always done a great job of that. Um, so if any of you are fans of Neil deGrasse Tyson, go check out Terror Tales of the Park number 6. Excuse me. So that's about it for news today. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to ask any questions you want in the comment section of the stream. I'm pretty proud of how the news turned out today. I think I did a lot of good discussion. I'm gonna look back at what you guys think. I haven't seen Trolls yet. I don't know if I'm going to, just because I don't know. It seems like a very like it seems like a movie that's very oriented for small children. It's very colorful. Seems very I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the type of movie that I would want to go see. Like the movie I'm probably going to end up seeing in the next week is called it's called Hacksaw Ridge. It's directed by Mel Gibson. It's got Andrew Garfield, Vince Vaughn, a couple other people in it. It's a really really good movie about a true story from World War II. It's about this guy named Desmond Dawes, and he wants to join the army and he wants to be a medic, but or he wants to join the army, but the thing is, based off of his like religious beliefs or whatever, he can't kill anybody. So what they do is they make him a medic, and he goes into like he goes onto the battlefield and he goes into war without a gun, and he just helps people out. So I thought that that's a pretty cool premise, and I've heard nothing but great things about the movie. So I'm probably going to go see that sometime next week. Yeah, I can see why. Like I feel like a second Incredibles movie would be decent, because we haven't seen a new Incredibles, or we haven't seen the Incredibles in over 10 years, and I feel like that would be cool to see where they are now. I don't know how much. I don't know like what the continuity is, if it's going to be like 12 years in the future from where the last Incredibles picked off, or ended, or if it takes place within a similar time frame. I don't know, but I don't really want a Toy Story 4. Okay, here we go. Oh, it was just a cameo at the end. Still better than nothing though. Have I seen the NES Mini? I have not. Ever heard of Source Filmmaker? Yeah, that's the one that people use to make like TF2 and Half-Life animations. I know what you're talking about. Have I seen Crank Yankers? I've seen clips from it, and believe it or not, I actually have a Crank Yankers DVD. But the thing is, though, it's completely sealed. I've never opened it before. Um, all I know is that yeah, there's a bunch of puppets on the front. I've seen clips of it here and there. I don't really remember what they were about, but I have a Crank Yankers DVD. It's just sealed, and I've never opened it. I've just never really cared to watch it. Um, but yeah, do I know Ben the Looney? I do not. Oh God, can you say "Hey guys" or "Hey, what's up, guys"? It's Scarce here. Do you want me to say it like Scarce, or do you want me to try to do a Scarce impression, or do you want me to just say it normally? How much do you bench, bro? I don't bench. I have a lot of friends that like drink a lot of protein supplements and eat protein bars and lift all the time. But I don't lift. I just I do running. That's it. Do you think the Emoji Movie will be a failure? Financially, probably not, but critically, yeah, it's probably not going to be that great of a movie. But it's probably going to make a lot of money. So, I mean, I don't think the film companies would care as much about how it does in terms of ratings. I think people are just going to go see it regardless. Not only out of just the fact that it's a movie about emojis, but just out of curiosity as well. What are your thoughts on Ice Age Collision Course and the Ratchet and Clank movie? I haven't seen Ice Age Collision Course. The last Ice Age movie I have seen was Dawn of the Dinosaurs, and I wasn't really a fan of that one. I didn't like it. Honestly, I love the first Ice Age movie, and I also love Ice Age: The Meltdown. But I did not like. Holy crap! Why can't I talk? I didn't like Dawn of the Dinosaurs. And I haven't heard great things about these other sequels. Like I don't. What was the one called? I don't remember. There was one with like Jennifer Lopez in it that came out a couple years ago. Uh, and then this newer one too. They just have a lot of celebrity random characters voiced by celebrities, and they don't seem like they're very good. I just think that they need to stop making Ice Age movies. And Ratchet and Clank movie. I've always been a fan of the Ratchet and Clank games. I thought it would be cool to see a movie, but I haven't seen the movie. I haven't heard great things about the movie, unfortunately. I still need to get the chance to see it. Um, but for the game that they released like a game this year to go along with the movie, like a Ratchet and Clank reboot game, and it was actually really good. Are you gonna see Elf Buddy's Musical Christmas? What is that? I have no idea what that is. Is it like some sort of sequel to Elf? Elf Buddies? Oh, it's apparently a couple of years old and it's animated. No, I haven't seen it. Why is Cartoon Network burning through the rest of the regular show and Clarence episodes, yet they're still airing the rest of Uncle Grandpa really slowly? I don't know. Um, that was interesting. Yeah, they do that sometimes. Like they were really burning off the Ben 10 Omniverse episodes like it was nothing. They were just airing brand new episodes every day or every weekday at 6:30 in the morning. Or it was like yeah, it was like 6 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning. Like the main audience of Ben 10 Omniverse is like 7 to 10 year olds. Like really, you think they're gonna get up at 6 in the morning and watch brand new episodes every day? Um, I remember when I was younger, I used to try my best to get up at like 6 or 6:30 to watch Transformers Cybertron on Cartoon Network because it used to air at like 6 or 6:30 in the morning. But I just couldn't do it every day. I could only do it like a couple times a month. Um, but yeah, they were just burning through those episodes. I don't know, uh, which sucks. I really wish that they would try to space out regular show a little bit more, and then maybe you know uh, burn off Uncle Grandpa a little bit quicker. Yeah, that's an interesting question. I don't know. Favorite show on Adult Swim besides Rick and Morty? Good question. Honestly, it might be the Eric Andre show. I love the Eric Andre show so much. Oh, it's so funny. It's great. Um, but yeah, I'd have to say my second favorite show on Adult Swim is probably the Eric Andre show. But I also do love I love the Venture Bros. I love Robot Chicken. Uh, yeah, those are also great shows that I like. So I guess those are my four, top four shows on Adult Swim at the moment. If I had to make a five, I'll do Rick and Morty, Eric Andre show, uh, Venture Bros, Robot Chicken, and um, I don't know. Maybe I could just do like check it out with Dr. Steve Brule because that's a pretty decent series. Um, let's see. Any thoughts in Board James? It was made by James Rolfe, the creator of the Angry Video Game Nerd. I don't know what that is. I've never really been a fan of Angry Video Game Nerd. I haven't seen like any of his videos. I know he has a movie. Other than that, I really don't know much about the guy. So yeah, I don't really have an opinion on it because I don't know what it is. Have I seen the 12 Forever pilot? Yeah, I have. That was a pretty good pilot. Um, you're here, but you're late. It's all good. You can just, when this will be posted as a video after I'm done with the stream, so you can watch back what I was talking about before. Do I play Team Fortress 2? I used to. I don't anymore. Thoughts on Samurai Jack coming back? I'm excited. I think they're gonna do a great job. Uh, do a Scarce impression? Oh God. Let me try to sound like Scarce. I mean, if I was to say it in my normal voice, I'd say, "Hey guys, what's up? It's Scarce." Or hey, what does he say? "Hey, what's up, guys? Scarce here." But then, if I was to try to do a Scarce impression, pardon me, because this is probably gonna be really bad. But hey guys, what's up? It's Scarce here. It sounds like Kermit the Frog. Oh my God, that's not great. I'm just gonna go on to the next question. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but back when I used to do gaming, I actually had a connection with Scarce. We used to DM sometimes. I'll talk about that another time, but um, have I seen Daniel Tosh's Brickleberry? Yeah. The animation wasn't that great in that show, but sometimes it was really funny. Brickleberry was pretty funny at some points. Um, yeah, pretty sure it's on Netflix now. Thoughts on the Captain Underpants movie? Um, I forgot that was a thing, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember reading an article about it. I was never really a fan of the Captain Underpants movies or books as a kid. I remember, going to the library and seeing the I don't know, like as a kid, you find like poop humor and gross out humor really funny. So, or at least I did. And going to the library, I remember seeing them have those Captain Underpants books out on display, and I just thought it was funny. So I got one of the books and I was reading it, and I was just really unamused. I wasn't really into books, for the most part as a kid, but I didn't really like the books. But then again, I really didn't like that many books either, just in general. So, I don't know if I'm going to see the Captain Underpants movie. Uh, 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 Hub or Discovery Kids? Uh, Discovery Kids? I don't know. The only things I really liked on the Hub were Batman the Animated Series. Well, that was still on there. Some of the movies they had on there were really good, and just a couple of other shows. But I remember Discovery Kids having a lot of cool stuff. Now it's called like Discovery Family or something. Let's see. You remember waking up at 6 in the morning in 2007 to watch new episodes of All Grown Up? Yeah, I mean, I thought All Grown Up was decent, but I probably wouldn't have gotten up that early to watch it. Do you watch South Park? Yeah, I love South Park. South Park's one of my favorite shows on TV at the moment. For some reason, there wasn't a new episode. Usually, there's a new episode every week on Wednesday, but there wasn't a new episode this week. I was surprised. Let's see. And by the way, I was when I gave out my list of Adult Swim shows, my favorites. That's just the ones that are currently on. There's a bunch of Adult Swim shows that I love that are no longer airing new episodes. So, um, what's my favorite character from Gravity Falls? Gosh, what's his name? Who's the tubby guy? Seuss, isn't that his name? Or Zeus or Seuss or something? I haven't seen this series in like years, so I don't remember. Um, Seuss, that's who it is. Yeah, that he's my favorite Gravity Falls character. He's funny. Do you think Rick and Morty will get more seasons? I do. Yeah, Hannibal Buress is really funny. If you like Hannibal Buress on the Eric Andre show, you'd love his stand up specials that he does. He is a really funny comedian. What's your favorite music genre? Um, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't think I really have one because I just listen to a bunch of random music. I listen to 2000s rock. I listen to hip hop and rap. I listen to classic rock. I listen to a bunch of different musical genres. I don't think I really have a favorite. Am I going to get the Rick and Morty VR game? Maybe. I don't know. I still don't have like an HTC Vive, so until I get one, I don't know. I don't know if my computer's that great enough to have VR capability. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Eric Andre show. Yeah, I did hear about Dragon Ball Super having their thing on Funimation. That's pretty cool. Have you seen Legends of Chamberlain Heights? Um, I watched like the first episode, only because I was curious to see what it was like, and it was right after a brand new episode of South Park, so I did watch like one episode, and it wasn't bad. I didn't really think it was anything special, but um, it wasn't bad. It was about them like trying to pick up chicks or something. Um, do I still talk to Scarce? No, I haven't talked to Scarce till since like 2013. Have I seen Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi? Yeah, of course. What would you think if they made a Rick and Morty movie? I would definitely go see that. I would only watch it though if like Justin Roiland was like in charge of it. Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon. Oops. Jeez, there's so many questions. Any cartoon you would like to be a movie? Um, Great question. It'd be interesting to see like a uh I don't think of a series that hasn't had a movie that I would like to see a movie from. Maybe if they made like a Chowder movie, that would be interesting. But they definitely can't do that anymore because the kid who voiced Chowder is probably like, well grown up now and probably can't do a Chowder voice anymore. um, so I mean that would be pretty cool to see. If you're talking about current series, I don't know. I mean, like the last question said, Rick and Morty would be interesting to see as long as it's a good movie. Animaniacs or Tiny Toons? Animaniacs. Let's see. PBS or Noggin? I don't watch either of those, so I don't know. What are some of my favorite live action TV shows? I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's a great series. I love The Office. I love The Office. Like I've been watching at least like 3 episodes of The Office every day. When I have the time. Usually like when I'm going to bed or when I'm trying to get some sleep, I usually like put on Netflix or whatever, and I love The Office so much. It's great. Stranger Things is great. At Midnight, that's a really good series. So those are some of my favorite live action shows. Uh, in your opinion, what's your favorite H. John Benjamin performance? If I remember correctly, he's the guy who voices Archer and Bob from Bob's Burgers, Bob Belcher. And those are the only 2 roles I know that he has. So I mean, I don't know. I guess one of those. Um, who's your favorite Batman the animated series villain? I hate to be cliche here or just have like the popular answer, but just the Joker. Mark Hamill's Joker is something not to be reckoned with. Have I ever seen Moral Oral? If so, what's your opinion on it? I think it's pretty decent. A lot of people don't like it for some reason. I don't know. I think it offers a lot of good social commentary. It's a lot of good satire. I think a lot of people overlook it. I don't think it's anything that special, but I think it's a good series. When did I start watching Adult Swim? Probably I don't know, mid 2000s ish. I remember fondly of this one memory I had where I was at my uncle. He's a very rich man. He's I don't want to give away his job, but he's the head engineer of a very very big global company. And he lives down in Florida. And back in 2006, I think it was, uh, me and my family and I we went down to his house, which is in this really nice gated community with a private water park, and private pool and a private 18-hole golf course. And oh, it's so big, it's huge, and you need like a card to get in. They have gates and everything. It's so big, and his house is huge. Anyway, um, uh, right. Okay. So, one of the first nights I was there, I had to sleep on the couch, at his house, and I put on the TV, and the Oblongs was on Adult Swim because I was like, hey, it's like 10 o'clock, maybe Cartoon Network's still on. So I went to Cartoon Network, and lo and behold, it was the Oblongs on Adult Swim. So I watched that, and that's one of the memories I have from that trip. Did I hear that Adult Swim rejected the show Metalocalypse for a revival? I saw the petition, but I didn't know that Adult Swim turned it down. That sucks. What's your opinion on home videos and God, the Devil, and Bob? I've seen home videos. That was a pretty decent series. Uh, it was never really my cup of tea. I didn't really like it that much, but I can see why some people did like it. Um, and God, the Devil, and Bob I haven't seen, but I've heard good things about it. Am I looking forward to any cartoons premiering in 2017? I'm looking forward to Big Hero 6, the series. Um, I'm trying to think of what's premiering in 2017. Uh, there's probably a show that I'm forgetting about, but I can't really think of any. So Futurama or Simpsons? Futurama all the way. I've never been a fan of The Simpsons, to be honest. I've just never liked The Simpsons. Oh, by the way, I'm pretty sure I read that it's getting renewed for a 30th season, which is ridiculous. Um, but anyway, yeah, I've never really been a fan of The Simpsons. I saw The Simpsons movie and I thought that that was pretty good, but the show itself, I've just never been a fan of. I just never liked The Simpsons and never got attached to it. But Futurama is in my top 10 or maybe top 5 favorite shows of all time. I love Futurama to death. It's such a great series. Very, very funny. Great writing. Oh my god. Futurama. I could talk about Futurama all day. It's a great series. So I'm going to have to go with Futurama over The Simpsons. Thoughts on All Real Monsters? It was a decent show. I never really got into it. Have I seen Cowboy Bebop? Yeah, of course. I love Cowboy Bebop. Um, can you do a Jacksepticeye impression? I've never really seen Jacksepticeye. I know he's popular. Um, Same with Markiplier. Like I know Markiplier is popular, but I've never really seen either of their videos. I know that Jacksepticeye is Irish, but like I don't really know anything about him, or I don't know what he says or what he does. Which is scarier, the gorilla from SpongeBob or Nosferatu? Well, it depends. Like, are you talking about the movie Nosferatu or just the character Nosferatu? Is Nosferatu the movie is really scary. I've seen like the original Nosferatu from the 1920s, and it's really scary. It's a great movie, especially for its time. Oh my god, Nosferatu's great. But are you asking in like the context of SpongeBob, which one I find more scary? Um, I don't know. I didn't really find any of either of them scary as a kid, but I guess I don't know, Nosferatu. You're surprised Family Guy hasn't had a movie? Well, I mean they have had like haven't they had TV movies or at least they've had a lot of specials. Like they did the whole Blue Harvest thing. And they've done a couple of other like TV movies like the Stewie and Brian's Christmas one. But in terms of, like big theatrical movies, I don't think that Family Guy has done one. So yeah, that is weird. I mean, I don't know if a lot of people would sit for, like a couple hours just, listening to Family Guy cutaway jokes. A lot of reference humor. I love reference humor, so I like Family Guy for that, but I really haven't been liking the most recent episodes of Family Guy. How would I feel about a Steven Universe movie? I'd probably go see it. Um, so yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty cool to see. Have I heard of the game Cuphead? Yeah, it's like 1920s animation. It's like styled after that. Um, it looks pretty cool. I know it's on like Xbox One, but I don't have an Xbox One, so I don't know if I'm ever going to get the chance to play it. Johnny Bravo TV movie. They've already had one. They did Johnny Bravo Goes to Bollywood, which I've only seen like once. Have I ever seen Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Yeah, I tried watching it, but I never really got into it. Like I have a couple friends that love it, but I tried watching it and I've just never been a fan of it. Any animated movie in 2017 that you're interested in? List me some. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. Do you think that they should stop putting kids on Cartoon Network? No, because Cartoon Network is a kids network, to be honest. Um, I mean, it should be. I would prefer if Cartoon Network was a little bit more family oriented, or at least try to appeal to more than just that single kids demographic. But all in all, they are at the moment being a kids network. So I mean, it doesn't make sense for them to take kids off the network. Uh, 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 uh. What do you think about a teenage robot movie? That would be interesting. It'd just kind of be odd though because the series in itself wasn't all that popular. And it'd be weird if like of all the other series that Nickelodeon could make a movie, they would bring back that one. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Um, who's my favorite internet animator? I don't really watch any internet animations to be quite honest. Do I like music videos? Sure. Anything special for the 60th Cartoon Fridays? Probably not. uh with the animators being abused, do you think that means there will be no sequel to the Sausage Party? No, they could still make a sequel to Sausage Party. They just probably just get a different animation company. Um, let's see. Thoughts on BoJack Horseman? By the way, you're awesome. Oh, thank you. But thoughts on BoJack Horseman? I've seen like the first season, and I haven't seen seasons 2 or 3. I just know it's a really good series. The animation's decent, but I think it really shines through its writing. You know, it's existentialist ideas. You know, really deep, dramatic thoughts that BoJack has. It's also funny. So, any show you hate but everyone likes. I don't really think I hate that many shows to be honest. But there is certain shows that I don't like per se or don't enjoy. But a lot of other people do. Best Seth MacFarlane cartoon, in my opinion, it's American Dad. I agree. Am I a night person or a morning person? I'm definitely a night person. I'm very nocturnal. But, you know, I don't get to stay up at night all the time. Sometimes I do. Do you think SpongeBob's third movie will be 2D only? Probably not. I really hope they don't bring back the whole CGI live action thing. Because I think that the live action portion of the first SpongeBob movie worked out very well. In the second movie, it seemed very unnecessary. Who's my favorite character from Futurama? Um, Probably Zap Brannigan. I love Zap Brannigan. But maybe also like Fryer Bender. What do I think of Robot Boy? It's a decent series. Um, oh, background went black. Let me fix that quick. Ocean man, it'll take you by the hand, take me to the light. Have I seen Doodle Tunes by Cartoon Lover 98? I have. They're pretty good. They're very they're styled kind of like old like you know 1950s 60s Looney Tunes episodes. They're pretty decent. Do you remember Brandy and Mr. Whiskers? I do. That was on Disney, from what I remember. Have I seen Zootopia? I haven't, but I do know it's on Netflix, so I might watch that sometime. What if they made a Robot Boy movie? That would be horribly random. I don't know. I'd probably go see it. Do I like creepypastas? I don't read them or I don't pay attention to them. I know what they're about. I just know that they're like creepy folk stories. I don't know. I don't really know that much about creepypastas. Trolls as if a rainbow vomited. It's great. Oh, Lego Batman movie. Yeah, I saw the trailer. I don't remember if it was like Suicide Squad or something. I saw the trailer for the Lego Batman movie in a theater, and I remember it being pretty funny. So I'm probably going to go see that. Um, Let's see. Have I seen Mighty Magnuswords? I've seen the shorts, but I haven't seen any of the actual series. Thoughts on the Ben 10 reboot? It looks horrible. Any food you hate? I really don't like onions. I don't like coleslaw. I'm just, and I'm not a big seafood fan. I don't like, lobster, crabs, clams, oysters, lots of fish. I don't know if sushi qualifies as seafood, but I don't like sushi. So yeah, that's Cartoon Fridays number 59. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I should have that Under Fist review up on Monday. If I don't, that'll be really unfortunate, but I'll try my best to have it up on Monday. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. As always, I'm Monsters Review. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. See ya.